Hello, I am OmaPolku Project Peer Tutor Hope, and in this video, I will tell you the secondary education options available in Finland to a young person completing their basic education. Upper secondary education in Finland is divided into general upper secondary education and vocational education and training. Let's start with general upper secondary education, simply speaking, high school. High school is general education which gives a good grounding in the skills and knowledge needed to continue studies in universities or universities of applied sciences. The studies usually last 3 years, during which students can complete a high school syllabus of at least 75 courses and matriculation examination. In high school, students study Finnish language and literature, second national language and foreign languages, mathematics, environmental and natural sciences, humanities and social science studies, and art and physical education. In addition to regular high schools, the general upper secondary education can be completed in high schools specialized in, for example, music or sports programs, in folk high schools, in web-based studies, in IB program for the International Baccalaureate Diploma, and in high school for adults who are over 18 years old. After the young person has completed the high school syllabus and passed the matriculation exams successfully, that person receives the matriculation examination certificate and becomes a high school graduate. The matriculation examination provides a general eligibility to apply for studies at universities or universities of applied sciences. In addition to high school, those who have completed their basic education can apply to study for a vocational upper secondary qualification at a vocational institution which continues usually for 3 years. For example, vocational upper secondary qualification can be completed in the field of vehicle technology, horticulture, social and health care. Vocational upper secondary qualification gives good basic vocational skills for work tasks in one's field. The studies are practical and include internships and competence demonstrations in working life. A vocational upper secondary qualification may also be completed by an apprenticeship agreement with which most of the studies are carried out in the workplace in practical work assignments. Graduates with the vocational upper secondary qualification are also provided with general eligibility to apply for studies at universities or universities of applied sciences. At the upper secondary level, it is also possible to complete a double degree, which means completing the matriculation examination and completing a vocational upper secondary qualification at the same time. In a triple degree, you complete the matriculation examination, the vocational upper secondary qualification, as well as the full high school syllabus. Completing the double or the triple degree will usually take around 3 to 4 years. Those who have completed their basic education can also apply to 10th grade, preparatory education or long study lines at folk high schools. 10th grade refers to voluntary additional basic education lasting 1 school year, during which young people can improve their possibilities for further studies. At the 10th grade, one can raise one's basic education grades and receive support for choosing further studies. VALMA refers to preparatory education for vocational training that lasts for 1 school year, improving a student's capability to choose a suitable profession for oneself and to complete vocational upper secondary qualification. During VALMA education, one can familiarize with different vocational fields, study, finish, and improve one's study skills. LUBA means instruction lasting for 1 school year, which prepares immigrants and other foreign language speakers for high school. Its purpose is to strengthen students' knowledge and skills needed to study in high schools in Finnish. The long study lines at folk high schools are general or vocational training programs or training programs intended for immigrants that last for roughly 1 school year. During the long study lines at folk high school, one can, for example, familiarize oneself with different fields of education and clarify one's plans for the future. TELMA refers to preparatory education for work and independent living that is intended for young people who need special support due to an illness or disability. TELMA education lasts for 1 to 3 years. Those who need special support can also complete preparatory education for vocational training (VALMA) or vocational upper secondary qualification via special needs education. A young person completing their basic education has many possibilities. When choosing education and profession, it is important to recognize what kinds of strengths and interests one has and what kind of professions and possibilities for education there are. The support of parents and study counselors is important when a young person is planning and choosing their study path after basic education. The most important thing is to help the young person to find just the right path for them.